we have this interesting little part where it kind of has the base plate and then has this crank kind of moving around. And so we need to set up all the parts and then put them together and then drive the constraint to make it move around. So let's see if we have more information. So here we have the different parts. And here we have the parts in detail. Let's see. The base. Oh, the shafts are all like these links here are all the same. They're just giving different lengths. And then the pins. All right. Let's start with the big one. That'd be this one right here. So let's see. Probably just want to do this outline and then extrude and then do everything else. Let's see. The width is 30. Don't see the height anywhere. There's no height given here. There's no height given here. It looks the same, 30 by 30. Maybe we'll make it a little higher than 30. That's not a good sign. Missing information. But we can definitely do the parts that we know. So we know this is supposed to be 30. And then again, we have no idea how high this is supposed to be. That part is 8. Let's do 38. Why not? Oops, not one. Then that's supposed to be 10. That's 38, and this should be 30. And that's 20. Makes sense. And this should be, nope. That is 20. On. Does it not want to draw this? Just click. And that's 8. All right, so we have our outline. There's a fillet there. Diameter 3. So that's good. Everything else is kind of straight up. So let's say finish. And then where do we go from there? Well, then we can extrude. It says 160, but it's in brackets. So where's the real one? 138. This side doesn't go all the way, so that's not helpful. 138 from that center to that center. And then there's an arc there, a quarter circle. That's a 12. So I have 140, 150, I get 162. Oh well, we'll do 162. All right, so that's kind of our main bench. Then we can do the fillets on the corners here. So that's it was a radius of 12. There and there. That's the back pieces there. And on the front, doesn't say. What's the radius is here? It's not the same center, so that doesn't help us. So maybe we will say that there are 12s as well. R12 and R12. I guess that was not very important for them. Then we have all these little holes, so we know how big they are. No, not really. Not as far as I can see. All right, so I have to come up with something. Seems a lot of details missing here. Now, but we know that the center of that first little is 7.96. Must have been some inches that got converted. Yeah, how big do we make these holes? That looks about right, maybe 6. Let's do 6. And we know there's supposed to be 19 from the back. 19 point something. 19.4. And also to that edge, there's supposed to be 7.96. All right, and then we have a pattern. In none of those directions, so let's draw ourselves a direction. Good, so now rectangular pattern. We have our circle. Our direction. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're 20 apart. So here, so we need 8. And it's spaced 20. All right. Okay, good. None of them went over the side, and they're kind of a little farther away. Kind of like this is where the top of that round is, so that's getting somewhere close, kind of closer to the back and the front, so that's all fine. So, well, I guess we could have just did one of them and punched them through, but we'll just do them all at once here. Probably easier to just do one and then do a pattern of the holes, but now that we have it, might as well use them. All right, there are holes. So now on this side, we have the holes there. I'm not really told where they are, but they should be on the same spot as these here. So there should be, I guess, so radius 12, so that should be 12. And then those holes, we do know they are 10s. 10 there, same thing over here. So is it 40, 100, 150? Okay. Looks about right. Let's do a separate one for the text here and there. And cut. Another sketch to make the text. Again, with the interesting zooming. Do our text on here. What is that we're supposed to write? We're supposed to write capital letters. Old. Yeah. Mated. Ooh. And okay, it's a little small. So maybe we'll do 6 instead. Twice as big. Well, looks about right. So we can center that a little bit more. All right. Finish, and then it is debossed, right? It's cut into the plate. So let's go to our emboss, same thing. We'll cut it in 1 millimeter. A little deeper, looks good. All right, so with that, our tool is, or our base here is done as far as I can see. So let's save this as base. Zoom around a little bit here and find the right one. This would be constraints. 10, example 3. We already have a bunch of them. Let's call it yes, multiple. An earlier test. All right, so with that, we have our old amalgamated. Oops, then we can do our cranks. Let's get a new one. Create. Sketch. And how do we do it? I think we're just going to do a rectangle. That's this, and then put the circles on, do some cutting. All right, how big is this? We know for the crank is 50 from there to there. But we don't know how wide this thing is. It's probably just a little bit bigger than these are 10. So it's 12. So in that direction, we want to have 50. And in this direction, we want to have 12. All right, we can do ourselves a circle at the center point here. Now the outside circle has a diameter of, oh no, the inside has 10, just do the inside. And the outside has, it's an R9, so 18. Same over here. 10 and 18. And I think all we need to do is some cutting, some trimming. Well, we don't need that in here. That there, the little one. Don't need that. Don't need this. That's not what we wanted. Why did it not like cut that piece? I wonder. No, the rest is fine. We can leave it. It looks like it has a little bit of a fillet over there. See what it looks like with the two. Looks about right. And with that, I think we are more or less done. So let's save this one. Oops, to get out of this mode, and it's supposed to be 5 thick. Let's not forget that. And for that, so 5. Looks like that. It's good to me. Save that. This would be the crank. Now we can do the same thing for the follower, or we should be able to just save this under a new name as the follower, and then we should be able to just adjust our sketch. Sketch. So I want to have this 50 be 80 instead. Now there's a whole bunch of other constraints in here, so I have a funny feeling this is probably have to add some constraints. Yes. See, not sure exactly what I was trying to do there. So maybe we'll get rid of this one. And we'll dimension the distance between the two center points. All right, that didn't work quite as intended. Maybe we have to define those. Now, let's see. 80, that looks about right. Excellent. So we can, let's not forget to save that, and we'll save again. And now we have the coupler. This is where I ran out of patience before, I guess. Let's go back into the sketch, edit sketch. And let's see what happens if we try this again. That's now going to be 160. Still look like a normal piece. Yep. So we can save that. We have all those. Now we need this little pin here. Well, how are we going to do this one? Let's create a new sketch for sure. So we'll have a pin that is 12, a cylinder that's 12 high. Let's do it this way. Let's do the main cylinder first. So that's a 10. Say finish. And then we're going to extrude, and it's supposed to be 12 in total. All right. Okay, so that's the main one. Now we have to is this one. And we'll do a plane. We'll do a mid plane between two. That one and that one. And then we'll do a new sketch. This one. Now this is going to be at 14. So now we should be right in the middle here, should be at 6. So we can do an extrusion that goes one in each direction. Extrude. We'll do in both directions. We want to have, let's make sure we're doing this correctly. 1 and 1. Okay, so it wasn't correct. Check. From the side. That looks like it. Turn off the work plane. You can see that later. And we call that a short pin. Save pin short. Now the pin long is the same one. It's just 5 longer. Right to the top, it stays the same. And 10 and 14. So I think what we'll do, we'll just resave this as pin long. And then we'll do a sketch up here. Same circle. And all we have to do is add a little bit to it, right? So we need an extra, it was 5 before, now it's 10. So I need to do another 5. Very good. And we save. All right, so that's where all the parts, right? Let's go back up here. We're supposed to put this all together. Let's go with this one so we can see where what is. So everything gets put towards the back. All right. Then let's create a new one. We need an assembly, standard millimeter. And the first thing that we want to do is place our, this is the wrong folder. We want constraints, temp, example 3, and we want the base. Again, I like to look in the isometric view so I can see that it fits in the way that I like it. All right. Before we do anything else, let's ground it so we know that it is grounded. Very good. And then we will, I guess, need the long pins. So let's get the 2 long pins. And long 1 and 2. They seem to be inserted there. So let's do insert constraint. That one and that one. And the same here. This one. This one. All right. Have them sticking out. Very good. Now we'll need, if we start on this side, we'll need the crank. Crank goes on that end, so another insert here and there. And okay. And it's my crank moving around. Be this. Then we need the short pin, so I can put two at the same time. Two that we need. All right. And we stick that pin into that hole. There we go. Then we need the coupler. And we need to put a constraint of, oops, insert this one, that one. And while we're at it, let's put this one into doesn't want to go from that direction, so this direction. Perfect. Now this should all be still movable, very good. And so the last piece that we need is the follower. From right there. And we'll insert constraints here and there. And then there and there. Doesn't like that. Oh, because we went to the outside again. This needs to be on the inside. Ah, of course. So let's go into our coupler and let's delete this constraint. And now we need to take that one going here, other way around. And now this one and that one. And now it's so you can see it's going to move in some, hopefully in some way. You know, we actually want to have this. I think we need to get rid of one of these constraints for a second here. And move this in a way that works for us. All right, let's see if I do, so I'll go back here again. If we do our constraint, we can get this to be the way that we want to, otherwise we'll do some keeps. I don't want it to do that. Okay. And put it over there. All right. So if this doesn't want to go, oh, we're so close. How about now? Constraint. Otherwise, we'll give it a temporary constraint. There we go. Okay. Now it's moving the way that we want it to move, I think. All right, let's go to the front. There is our movement. Of course, we don't want this to move, so let's do an angle constraint. Zoom a little bit so we can see better. That one and that one. And now everything should be nice and constrained. Close these together, a better view. There's a pin, there's a pin, there's a pin. Everything else is filled out black, so we should be fine. Now we want this to move by itself. So let's go back to the follower. Let's go to our angle constraint and do drive. And let's say we want it to go 360 degrees. I think we did something wrong somewhere. Interesting. I think we got somewhere we have not the right length or something. Otherwise, it should be able to go all the way. Oh, because I want to drive this one, not that one. That's what it is. So let's put our constraint there, right? Because this one is not going 360 degrees. It's this one that's going 360 degrees. Important little details. And okay, and now where's it? It is with the crank. And drive, and now let's do 0 to 360. Much. A little bit more speed here. Let's do 2. Pretty good. Now, if we wanted to record it, right, we would hit the button here. Have to again find our right folder. Up, up, up. Ooh, isn't it right there? And example, we can call it constraint. Leave all those as they are. And then we just have to let it run. And hit OK, and then our video is going to be saved to wherever we want it to be saved. All right, I think that gives us all the things that we needed to do. Right, we built this together, we made it move. So we're done.